Alright, so just going to do a little live build here of working on my mining truck. So, kind of roughed this out, just getting it started, before it's functional. Just figured I'd get this finished up. Got a front-end loader video that will be coming out this week for Industrial Frontier. And so I figured I'd just kind of do a live on this instead of making a new video. I want to kind of, when the Industrial Frontiers comes out, I want to make sure I'm doing that. So, articulated mining truck. It's a little bit wide and square. That's just needs to be finished. So I figured I'll work on it. So it auto drops when it hits a certain level. Kind of based off of, if we look at, let me see. I just actually had it there. Was it? This is not the exact model that it's based off of, but another one that it's more based off of. But kind of use some of this as reference and see if I can't finish this up. Just need some design facets, really. It's running pretty reasonably. I just need to kind of get that. I'm not showing my screen, so you can't see what I'm looking at, but this is kind of what it is emulated after. It was actually a different colored one. So I'm kind of trying to look at some of the cat stuff here for some inspiration. Seeing that can be my Pat brand, so that's gonna be kind of what I'm using at the moment. And I just want to kind of get this finished up and get going on that. So I just want all my toys ready for Industrial Frontiers when it comes out. So just kind of going through the pics and kind of seeing what's good. Like right now I have this overly sloped in the back. I think I'm going to square it off. So let's bring it in. Let's also do, it's not going to stay orange. It's going to go like that. And then I have this overly sloped, and I think I kind of want to square it, but I will deal with that in a minute. So I'm going to start working the front. The front's, very square. Again, I'd like to get things functional first and then start to go into design. That way, if I have any problems where it's functionally not going to work, I can, try something else. So I'm just going to get rid of this. Symmetry is dangerous in there. Okay, so the cab so the cat is very square. Let's see. I'm kind of looking at the cat model here. I'm trying to see if I can get the picture. Ugh, I hate it when they have tiny pictures that you can't really zoom in on. It's kind of annoying. Or low-res pics. Yeah, so I'm kind of trying to find some high-res pics that I can kind of use. Kind of like the nose on this one best. Let me open this image in a new tab and I'll drag it over so you can see it. But yeah, this is kind of, can I zoom into just this picture and not have it be a mess? There we go. So this is kind of what I'm looking at here. I think I want to square this cab more. And then I want to do some more shelving. And then do kind of that nose on it. I think that will look good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to find where my feet are in the cab. Part of the issue I have here is I already have a motor in there, so I kind of have to be careful that I don't cut into the motor. If I do, it's not the end of the world. That motor can kind of go. Let's get rid of that. Having those wedges there is nice because it allows me to have the wedges there. Allows me to, if I were to hit something on the ground, hopefully slide up and over it instead of crashing into it and breaking something. So I really didn't like this is just like a big box. So like the one I was designing it after was very boxy, and I kind of want to start cutting it and getting it shaped a little bit better. So kind of looking at the cat pick here and seeing how that one is, and gonna kind of go with that design, I think. All right, now we're in asymmetry. So I'm going to cut across the cab and then start getting ready to integrate some of the hood in there. Overall, that's backwards. And then kind of, yeah, one convenient thing about construction vehicles is they're very square. So that really can help you get, really help you not with your designing. You don't have to, you know, and have it in a block game, they're very blocky anyway, so you don't have to screw around with them too much. I don't like that at all. Let's go another 2 instead. I'll try that. I think that's going to be better. Gotta see how this looks. And I want to have plenty of, it has kind of a drop-down fender well. So we'll kind of see how that looks here. Okay, I'm digging that. Can you dig it? And the answer is yes, I can. Okay, so let's see. All right, and then this is like multi-stepped a little bit, so kind of try something here. This might be uggy, but let's try it. Trying to see how I can get things. You know, part of the problem is when something's blocky, it loses a lot of its interest, its interesting shapes, and so that's tough. So you kind of have to play with it to get the interesting shapes in there when it's overly square. So I'm trying to do that. So I kind of like that a little bit better. And then like it has another facet here. That's kind of interesting, I think. Looks a little bit weird, but see how it shapes up here and when I get going. Kind of went to my own design too. I don't want to just kind of rip out everything off another design, but again, my imagination for just coming up with some of the stuff whole cloth is a little bit weird. I can't always do it well and have it look right. So a lot of it is, you know, a lot of it's proportionality if you can get the proportions right, and so a lot of that is if you can if you look at some real stuff, you can get the proportions correct. With correct proportions, it makes life much easier to get these things built. I put the block over there instead of under here. Go under there. Come on, guy. There we go. And let's test this. So I'm just trying to get, you know, some shapes in here. This model of cat is a little bit less blocky, so I'm kind of gravitating like there's I think 4 of these underground mining truck models for cat. The problem is that is where the radiator needs to go, and so I think what I'm going to do is shape it and then cut in a radiator like that. Kind of square that off. The issue is the further I go forward, I have to worry about ground clearance, so I have to kind of deal with that as well. So. And then I don't have any bumpers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo the 4s here. And then this could be a little issue here. Yeah, so I think I'll square that. Yeah, I think squaring that there will give me plenty of room for the radiator. That's starting to make it look pretty good for, yeah, it's adding some more interesting detail to it. This is weird here, so let's cut this like so. Let's add a square there, square here, and let's try doing some wedge here. Nah, I don't like that. We'll just keep it squared off. I think squared off is going to look better. Look better anyway. And then let's cut in. Okay, and then I like these 4 wedges, like I said, underneath. That helps it slide up on top of something instead of just beating it up and breaking it. And then this one has a lot of good overhang bumper, and so I kind of like that overhanging bumper, so you know, kind of build that in there. I think like that. Yeah, so that looks good. Kind of have a nice overhanging bumper there. It's kind of how the cat's doing it as well. Let's see, can I? I'll fix this corner here. All right, good. All right. So that looks good there. That's coming along. So this is a much bigger mouth radiator. After all this, I might square this up again. Let me kind of test it and see how I like it. You can always go back if I don't. Probably going to like it a little bit square here. Yeah, I think squared is better here. Yeah, that's definitely better.
Morning boner club, eh?
Stand by. Fuck. I didn't mean to be in here. I'm recording at the moment. I'll be on later, Dill.
Yeah, I just came on to do some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I thought I hit the disconnect, but apparently I didn't. So.
is my thing gonna be in the video?
Yes.
Good.
Unless I cut you out. Yeah, it's
See
live. It's live streamed anyways. But yeah.
See it.
See it. All right, let's fix this. All right, so that looks good. I like that a little bit square there. Let's see. So kind of want to do the same treatment over here. So what I can do is, I didn't do symmetry, but it's not a big deal to fix the symmetry here either. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's copy that. I might have a little bit of crap that I don't want, but I'll be all right. There we go. So that is going to go. So I want it asymmetrical here, so I need to cut out. What do I need? 2 blocks. 2 blocks in? I'm trying to think how to. Where am I at here? So I need to cut in 2 blocks. Yeah, okay, so let's paste that there. Let's go ahead and grab that. Cut. Paste. Paste. Come on. Paste it. Ding dong. Cut. I hate it when it does this. Paste. Clear. Merge. Okay, I thought I could just double grab it, but it wouldn't let me. Okay, and then the back here. This can go. What is that? I don't know. It's not letting me just delete stuff, which is kind of annoying. Cut. Move over here. That looks good. Okay. I just need to fix this one angle here. All right, merge that up. And I kind of want to make it asymmetrical, I think. Yeah, you see all of this has all this interesting nonsense in there, so I'm kind of thinking of that. All right. So I think we'll cut in here a little bit more. Not that much. Go there, please. There. Okay. All right, and so that's good. That's kind of gets us set up here. Let's see where I'm at here. All right, so there's that. That's a lot more interesting. See what I can cut in here for a radiator. Don't think I'm going to put a stock radiator in there. I think I'm going to XML, or not XML, paint block something in there. So I'm trying to see if how far over the bumper goes 1 over. Kind of like the bumper as it is. So what I'm going to do is just go like this. And cut that and move it in 1. Let me see if I like that. That might make the nose too short. No, I like that. That's it's a little bit of a kind of a pug nose. Yeah, a little bit pug nosed. I like that. Okay. So one of these cat models has kind of almost like an exposed engine, which is kind of cool. Yeah, just kind of looking at pictures, trying to figure how to set this up to kind of has like almost exposed hydraulics in it, and kind of seeing now it has this set up. Kind of interesting. Keep working on it, see where I'm at. What is this? It's just some sort of gauge. I can get rid of that probably. All right, and so this is going to be, get out of there. Let's see. Tend not to like these radiators too much, but they are cool because you can see into the engine compartment. So that's kind of, I think I'm going to XML edit it. Or no, I keep saying XML edit. I mean paint block it. Now let me just do the save. Okay. Save that, and then got like 900 windows open. Let's go ahead and load in, I think this is the grill I want, but I'm going to do different colors on it. It's not going to be as gray. It'll be more blacked out, I think. So what I really need is that. Okay, copy that. Let's load this back in. Okay. Okay, and then paint is going to be And I think this should be black already. It is. Let's go up a color on that. That's better there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Curious at what it will look like if I square this grill off. I think I want that grill kind of squared off, so let's square this grill off a little here, and then yeah, I think a squared grill, I might like cut one corner piece out. Yeah, see, now we're back to where we were a little bit. See how this looks in the world. Squared might even look better. Yeah, I like the little notch out. That looks notched. Okay, that's good. That looks really good. Okay, let's fix this here. Alright. It's coming along. Alright, so I'm digging this so far. Trying to decide if I want to square this cab. I may or may not. I'm not sure yet. Forget how much I have completed in this. Let me see if we can get it started and running. Input electricity and fuel are off, so this would kind of tell me. Okay, so it's not run. Oh, I took the fuel tank out. That'll do it. So there's no fuel tank at the moment. This is where the fuel tank was. Doesn't need a huge fuel tank, it really doesn't, but okay. Put this fuel tank in there. Back in there. Alright, so that's in. Let's see if we can get it started and running. Okay, so we're running. Alright, so it has like rubber bumpers on the side here. So, probably look weird if I just paint it black. I was going to try just doing this, but it's going to probably look weird, but let's try that. Let's try to get a little detailing in here. Oh, come on, man. I didn't click on it, did I? just kind of looking at some more stuff, trying to figure some more detailing work here. Don't know if I don't like the cab the way it is. I'm gonna start cutting this cab and see. Let's get this color up. See what's up here. That's too tall. Okay, that's way too tall. Yeah, I like the square cab better. Alright, so definitely a squared cab. I have space to come one over to the right as well. I might make the cab a little bit bigger just to take up some more space, I think. That's what I think I'm going to do, so I'll just do that now. Yeah. Give me a little bit more space, a little less claustrophobic in there, and then these windows can rebuild over here. Figure that in a second. Yeah, give me a little bit bigger of a cab. A little bit of a visor there, protect the cab from falling debris. There we go. Yeah, I definitely like the squared out cab a little bit more. All right. Could even extend the cab even more. I might do that. Not that you can use the space, but I think the one that I'm looking at has kind of it extended all the way out to here. See what that looks like. Just looks like, you know, there's a lot, too much open space in this front section here, so this will kind of cut it in a little bit. Just kind of take up some more space. Yeah, that's good. I like that better. That fills the space better. All right, good. And I just have no window there so that I can get in and out of the cab more easily. Oh, come on, get out of there. Do that. Okay, so that's just giving me some more space, some more place for gauges and whatnot. All right, good. All right, let's grab these microcontrollers and all this nonsense here, and let's just cut this and put it up here for now so that I can then worry about decorating this top. This is running, it's running pretty well. Mostly to the decoration stage, so that's kind of nice. So that is, what's that? Air, exhaust. Okay, so exhaust is going to get a little bit of a treatment here. So let's go to, how big are you? That's good size. What comes in here? Air out, air in. Okay, air in, please. Okay. And I will do a cat here. All right, so that's the exhaust. Let's do air. What do you look like here? That's good. Air out. A lot of just exposed points of interest on this. It's a little excessively large maybe, but I have a lot of space to take up here, so. No, I think not. Maybe in the front. Yeah, I think it looks good in the front there. Okay. All right, let's see what else I want to do here. Just kind of looking at the reference material, trying to get some shapes. Trying to get this. This is like really boring up here, so I'm trying to kind of cut some stuff in, get some stuff done there. Let's see what else I want to do. This should be moved, I think. Kind of got a barren wasteland over here. I kind of want to. There we go. I think think I might turn the other one a different direction for the exhaust. So the air passes right through these, so you can kind of send the air through. So they're not actually doing anything. You know, it's kind of the thing with these construction vehicles is a lot of the stuff is exposed and just, you know, you're running stuff all around the build, so you can kind of, the nice thing about this is you can, having all this exposed stuff gives you a lot of interest. I think we'll do this. This is also cutting up that kind of the just the sea of yellow too. It's kind of, there we go. Just look at the reference pictures, trying to see what else I can add. Is this symmetrical? Probably not. No. Too easy if it was symmetrical. There we go. I'm just looking at chat here. I've been kind of looking at my reference photos. I haven't been seeing you guys there. Yeah, I'm gonna put some lights on there. That's why is K not spinning? KKK. There we go. KKKK. Let's not say KKK. Pressing the key K to get this thing to rotate, and it wasn't rotating, so. There we go. There we go. So just trying to add some points of interest here. Come on, get out of there, you. Got some protective cages. This is a mining truck, you know, so it goes underground, and you know, if any rocks fall on it, you don't want to destroy all your stuff. So it's gonna be a cross piece. So just some protective caging here. This is the kind of stuff that really, especially when you get a sea of yellow like this, or one color, to be less specific, you know, it helps break it up by doing some stuff like this, just to change color a little bit. And then like these are, as you can see, that different color, so that will help a little bit. Try to cut some of this up. Go down to the ground, please. Thank you. Oh my god. Dragon, it just won't do what I want. Come on, you. There we go. Okay, that's good. So this is kind of like the simulating the DEF system, the big, I don't know if it's expansion tank or what it is for the DEF system, but that's what that is. There's kind of some piping on here to try to make it a little less bland, add some color flourishes in there. clear one? This one? No. Was it just this one? Just this one. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the thing that's pain with it when it's not symmetrical, is kind of get that issue. Losing at the pipe game today. Things are not spinning correctly. There we go. Alright. Just a little bit of cage in there. Alright, so put in the world, kind of see. Once I have some logo badges, that will help too. Yeah, I'm liking the caging. The caging's looking pretty good there. A little bit weird in here, but I could XML something. Let me see. Do I want to bother? I think I do. I think I might try to do some 45s. Let's do that. So let's see. Do I have any that might be ready? I think I do. Let me see. Make a backup. Doesn't offend me too much if these are straight pipes, just because of the kind of the nature of the build, but that's not much. That's kind of the right angle, but I don't know if I'm gonna want it in there. Yeah, let's see. I'd have to change the angle on this to try to get a 45 out of it. Let's grab Strunner's tool, see if I can do it without too much of a nuisance. Alright. Pipe, 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 pipe. Where is it? Straight, there it is. Okay. So B, I think I would have to go, well, maybe I can just do a 45, so. Okay, let's try that code. Let's see. I think it needs to be sideways like that. Alright, let's see if this 45 pipe behaves itself. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a pain. I'm gonna have to keep stretching it. I don't think I'm gonna worry about it, at least for now. Not, I don't mind too much with a with this sort of build. Let's go ahead and put a couple. Let's get some symmetry here. See where I'm at here. Perfect. That's good. Let's do. I was gonna do multifunction indicators, but they don't need to be at this point. Okay. And we'll do a cherry on top at some point here. Let's put a couple cherries on there. Luckily, I don't have anything on there symmetry-wise anyways, but... Gurneth recommended some cherries too. Four is a little weird, I think. Those two in the front are pretty good there. Having them next to each other is a little bit weird, I think. I think I have one here maybe, and then... Yeah, I think I'll just do one here. Okay, that'll be my cherry. And I'm looking for this piece here. And put some spots here in the front. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. I just needed... Just do T-pieces here. Okay. All right, so it's coming along. That smooths nicely, or smoothed out here nicely. All right, let's start painting a little bit of this black here in the back. Oh, keep clicking the wrong buttons. So the frame's gonna go black now. Drivetrain, be black. Pretty much a lot of this underside will all be blacked out. Alright, so this is coming along nicely here. Don't really... wheel wells should probably go blacked out. Even if you don't see some of this, it helps, I find, to give you a little bit of contrast in there. Yeah, so that looks better, blacked out wheel wells, and then I don't know about right there. I think that stays yellow. Okay. Symmetry's not on. That makes things take longer. Can't tell if I got that. I did get that colored, okay. Certain things you end up not doing symmetry, and you swap to it, and you realize it hasn't been on for a while, and then you're like, oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna do a 10,000 foot view here in a second, see what that looks like. Alright, spawn this. See how it actually looks in-game. That's looking good. Like stuff like this, that's one reason I don't use that paint bucket much, is it often misbehaves and I have to come back and fix it. So sometimes it's quicker for me to actually just paint by hand, but other times it's not. Okay. Good X. Don't hate it. It's a little bit close. This wheel well didn't get colored. Bucket, please. Thank you. Okay. So I assume no, that got it there. Okay. Some of the stuff you don't see, but when you do see it, I'm glad that you did that little bit of detailing there. Okay, let's finish this here. Alright, so that's good there, and then yeah. Oh, get out of there, you. That's fine there. It can be a little bit squared out because it's a construction vehicle. There's a little bit more protection in the front. Not thrilled with the staircase. Let me see real quick. I doubt this fits in the train hangar anyways. That's kind of one of the reasons why it will kind of stop me from putting on regular ladders, is if it's going to go in the train hangar. Yeah, see, if I put on a ladder there, it won't fit in the train hangar. That's why I did that. So there was a reason. Okay, good. So I want this to be able to spawn in here. So. Oh, that has to be slope blocks so that it falls out. Just gonna do indicators here. These are just all gonna be hazards. They're not gonna be they're just gonna be hazards. These aren't gonna be brake lights or anything. See if this looks good. Putting a or do I have a 2x? I don't think I have a 2 wide, do I? Whatever. I think they'll actually kind of look good with a little bit of a bezel between them. Okay. So that's looking pretty good there. It takes time, worst. Just practice. The more practice you have, that's what it all comes down to really at the end of the day, is learn some tricks here and there, and then it's mostly practice. Again, I can't put a ladder here. I was going to put a ladder sideways for a handle, but the issue is it will make it so that I can't spawn it in this base because it needs a 3 wide. I'll show you what I mean here. If you go like, trying to find what I don't have something there already. Okay, good. If you take a ladder, stick it here, you'd notice it needs 3 blocks to the right. Can't do that, so that's why I can't do some of that detail stuff. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Let's go do a quick function test. I forget how far along this is. I'm going to put in wedges so that my head doesn't stick through. Might even go one up with the cab. This is wide. Okay. What is my reverse? I can't remember what reverse is. One's brakes, 2 reverse. I don't have a backup alarm on this either yet. 2 is reverse, okay. This is what a pain taking it in and out of here. Let me get it started in the back. Yeah, let's see if I can get it out of here. So that adds a little interest to the top of it. I might put a... Nah, I don't think I'll do a visible radiator. There we go. Yep, new wheel well's good. I kind of like them squared off a little bit. Take a quick pick here. Let me see if I have a shifter connected to this. I want a manual shifting here, so let's look. We have here steering seat, lift seat, clutch, coolant pump. That can, this was me working on the shifter. 2 reverse. Here's my shifter. 3 and 4 are my shifter. Okay, I'll make them up and down instead, but no, up downs for something else. So 3 and 4 are my shift keys. All right, let's spawn this. I'm gonna go take it up into the tunnel. This fits in the tunnel, so that's one of the reasons I made this was so it fit in the tunnel. All right. I don't think it's letting me shift gears here. Tip the bed, hold the up key. Nice and slow like I like it. I don't like it to be overly fast. And you get up to a certain height, it will dump the coal out. Don't know why my shift keys are not working here. Yeah, fix that. That's going to be important to me, so I want to fix that. I wonder if they're toggle. They're toggle, that's why. That would be why. Okay. Let's just do this before I screw with this too much. Let's shift up. Here's my shifter there. Gear indicator. Let's throw a gear indicator on this. I want to make sure I'm actually shifting gears here. So it's probably going to stay a manual. I prefer a manual in almost everything. Just gives you speed control. You lose your speed control if you don't have that. Okay, gear indicator's right. That's RPM. Okay, most likely. Okay, let me make sure I can shift up. There we go. Okay. Alright, it has 11 gears. Okay, so I can go up, I can't go down. Very interesting. Alright, let's see what's up with that. Alright, so here is 4. 4 is seat. Down. Okay, so it's less than 5 or that. Shift down. Why won't it let me shift down? What is that? Okay, so that's the auto there. Let's get rid of auto for now. I'm just going to go manual shifter. I might just keep it manual. I don't really want an automatic. I know a lot of people like automatic, but especially a heavy vehicle, it's nice to control yourself. And so let's check it now. There we go. Okay. Maybe I'll throw an auto mode in it sometimes. I tend not to like autos at all. Gives you something to do as well, you know. People often complain about being bored, and then they have an automated flight system, and they have an automated transmission, they have automated this and that and this and that and this, and then they just jump in the seat and it starts, and then they say they're bored. It's like, you're bored because you took away all the control from yourself. Alright, so we have a good speed now. This has 11 gears. Still geared nice and low. XML edited grip. So it's going to get name badges on the side. That will help make it a little bit more interesting. I'm liking this thing. This thing's cool. Yeah, definitely it helped to take some of the squareness off of it by adding some of those points of interest on there. So like I have to manually downshift, or else I'll never make it up this hill now. And let's go in the tunnel. I have to kind of slow down. I'm going too fast. Okay, let me go into reverse. The nice thing with this is you can do 11 gears in reverse as well, so that gives you a really nice, especially on the job site, you're going to want that too. Alright, let's get in this tunnel. I'm going to go first person. I can kind of judge where I'm at in first person a little bit better, theoretically. The articulated drive is a little bit, takes a little bit of getting used to because of how it steers. Oh, come on. Maybe I didn't XML edit grip these. See that those microcontrollers are one too high. Let me check the grip on these tires. Where are we at here? All right, let's open up the XML for the latest mining truck. All right, Control F for grip. Put in grip, find next. We want to find, where's my, here it is right here. Grip factor 5. So these are already gripped out to 5. So these should be, you should have the grip to get in there. So it's just the slope is fine. Okay, so we're pretty good. Working well here. I think what I'm gonna do is start putting in some. I saved this recently already. I'm gonna grab. Trying to show you all the stuff that I was coming up this week. No, I don't want to overwrite that vehicle. Get out of there. Grab. I should just grab a logo at some point, but that's too large. Of course you're too large for this workbench. Let's move to the other workbench. That way I don't have to worry about. I did want that mining truck to fit in that workbench. A lot of this stuff is not going to fit in the workbench. All my excavator videos are out, so you can see that. The other stuff is not finished yet. Alright, so we're going to do this. Alright. Now that we don't need all that, let's go like this. Copy that, new vehicle. And then I'm going to save this so that it's out of my way here. Let's go like this. All right, delete that. And then I'm going to save these logos. I've been using them a bunch because I'm making all my construction equipment my brand, and so it will save me some time. then so far away from where it needs to be here to grab this block. I'm trying to get it right in the center so that, there we go. Okay, I'll grab one more and then I can start putting these in. Grab this. Is that the same as this? This is different. So this one be the there. Just grab it all and I'll fix it in a second. Don't do that, please. No symmetry, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright, good. So we're all set now. Let's go back to the mining truck. Let's start badging this out. Again, that will add a lot of detail to this. So let's start with the large one. I think we can put this on the dump body itself. So I'm thinking, check my reference material. They have tiny little badges there, so I might. The problem is I have a sea of yellow here, so I kind of want to get this. Put some point of interest on here. Yeah, so I'm thinking like that. So right there, I think. Then I'm gonna do some stripes and highlights. The one that the reference material I'm working with doesn't have that, but I kind of want to make it. I want to kind of get a little bit of detailing in here, make this a little bit less bland looking in the back. Yeah, I think this will be good here, and have a little bit of maybe like that. Have a little bit of a strap on there. This is interesting here. I don't know how that's going to look to color that out. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can bring the strap all the way around, and then that might. Yep, yeah, I think going all the way around might be alright. I don't know if I like that. I think that's excessive. I think having a couple stripes is alright, but I think like that's okay. Might even do. I think like that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. A little bit of accent there is fine. Might cut in there, but I don't know. We'll do that later if I'm going to do it. All right. So I have some rope anchors there. I'm going to put some couple rope anchors somewhere in here. Those are both that. This is here. Let's go. A couple rope anchors under here. I'm going to need to put this on the trailer, so. You check chat. Okay. Get in a bad habit if I have like 3 screens open, so it's hard for me to see chat sometimes. Alright, so I'm liking that. That's looking really good. That adds a good detail. I'm going to black out the roof here. That will give me a little bit more detailing and some contrast. Especially with that yellow cherry on top, I need a little bit of contrast there. And this will give it to me, so that looks pretty good there. I don't know if I want to black out the whole cab, but it's looking pretty good. So yeah, that adds a good contrast. This is just a sea of yellow, so I might actually just go like this and strap around it. Let me try that, see if I like this or if I hates it. And again, I'm not doing symmetry because with this asymmetrical section, it takes me a hair longer, but if I screw something up, I have to come back and fix it. So I'm liking that. That adds a lot of contrast to it, really makes it interesting. Then I'm going to go 1 in, I think, on this. Let's actually symmetrize for that. Yeah, I think that's going to be the ticket here, is to get a little bit more going there. Just trying to cut. There's just so much yellow here on this hood that I kind of almost need it. Yeah, that's good. That adds a little bit of, that's good. That adds some contrast to it. Alright, and then I'm going to need to make 45 paint blocks, so let's grab one. A couple detailing here, so I didn't mean to do that. This front's not asymmetrical, so. Get out of there, you. Alright. Didn't want to copy it, I wanted to cut it. Alright. I need to go one more, so let me paint it out here before I screw this up. Okay. This will cut down those edges a little bit. Nice. Let's go here. Actually, that should go here. And here. There we go. Okay, and then this can go in the corner here. Right there. Okay, let's start merging those, and then I have to fix a couple of them. No, just give me the one I want, please. I gotta get in the build to do it. There we go. These are gonna be the same problem childs there. And then this here is getting deleted out. Symmetry's on, so I gotta watch that. Deleted something I needed. I think it was the seat. Oh, get out of there. Okay. Alright, so that looks good. These are getting great blacked out there. Right, then, do I want those black? I do. I was going to do them gray, but there's some gray highlights on there already. Having so much black around them now is just making that gray wash out a little bit too much, so that's better. Also give me some more contrast. I'm liking that. That's looking really good. Alright, let's grab... let's actually do this really quick. I'm going to add a stripe on this. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Oh, what are you doing, guy? Come on. It's doing that stuff that I hate. I'm dragging it the correct direction. It was just like didn't want to go where I wanted it to go. I wanted to go where it wanted to go. Okay, where are you? Right here? No, where are you? Right here? Where are you, guy? Ugh. Alright, I'm just gonna drag until I find it. No, I'm not. Right here. Okay. Alright. Oh my god, I hate these draggy things. These draggy things are the absolute worst. Copy. Any of these arrows are just absolutely miserable to play with. They're just really a pain. Okay, so it's going to have to be here. So okay, we'll do paste there. Paste there. Paste there. Paste there. Alright, then I kind of want to have it terminate. There maybe, so. All of it, that's all of it. Okay. Facing the right direction? You are. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Alright, I'm digging that. That looks good. Alright, good. So that's looking the part now. I think this is really coming together. Some more stuff to paint in here. That's a wrong color. Let's redo that. Symmetry, please, before I lose my mind. That's the one thing that can really aggravate you. You get something done, mostly done, and then symmetry, and you're like, oh, I missed all this. But painting is never done. You always find something days later that you thought you did, and that's not done. Top of these cylinders, I think I had a color issue right here. Okay. Alright, that's that. That's good. This you'll never see in here, but I still like to fix it. Alright, that's good. Alright. So that is looking pretty good, I think. This will be good for Industrial Frontier. Alright, this is wonky, weird right here. That's better. Alright, so I think this is pretty good. Exterior-wise, let's start working on the cockpit here. So I have some painting to do in here. So I'm going to do a lightish gray on the ceiling. I'm just going to paint it by brush so that I don't screw it up and have to redo it. They're very monochromatic with a lot of these construction vehicles. You don't get a lot of accent coloring. I think what I'll do is I'll just do that kind of a black visor there, and then the rest will be this gray. That way I'm not having to cut blocks to make, just to do a little bit of coloration here. I'm going to put some tools behind the seat there. Alright. This looks weird, not having this yellow on the door, so the door will stay yellow, I think. Dash is going to be this color, as it is usually. Some of these gauges are going anyways, and then like that. Okay, and then I usually do like this gray color on the floor, a little bit darker gray on the floor. It's gonna be dirty. Might keep the whole door yellow, I haven't decided yet. So that's pretty good in there. I'm gonna do black across the sills. I think I'll do black across the sills, like so. That will kind of tie into what I already have here, so that works. Yeah, I think that will look good. There we go. I think that was good like that. Okay. And some of the seat got colored the wrong color. Alright, so let's see what we have for controller here. What's that? That is hinge, that is pivots. That's my engine controller. I need a door controller. I'll just make one. Okay, so let's go grab our blank. Theoretically, grab the blank microcontroller. I didn't do it though. I end up making these door ones 900 times, but I, swap if I have door open or door closed. So this takes me like 2 seconds to make them. Might as well make them. Put where you at there, guy? Seems like I always have a suicide door in here. Something might not like sit next to the seat. Nah, it doesn't like sit next to the seat there. Can I see behind me to get this door open? Just stick it here. Screw it. Have the space instead of making it overly complicated. That's not supposed to be part of that though. That's supposed to be here. There we go. So that will go to here. And that's there. Electricity will go there. You have a relay set up yet? I don't. Let's work on the dash. Okay. Engine start / stop. Thanks, White Buggy. Have a good night. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow in the chat here. I'm kind of getting into the build. All right, so we have start stop. Of course, we have 11 gears, so that makes gear indicator a pain, but I don't really care about a gear indicator all that much. I know some people do. I don't. So that is engine start stop. Let me see. I might just do an ignition on this side. Key switch on this side. I think I'll do that. Let's make this info. RPM. Not a gauge. Dial, please. 0 to 100. Engine temp. Dial 0 to 120. Let's make that 2. Spotlights. Flip switch. 1, 3. And what do I want? Yeah. Hazards. Make that a flip switch. 4. Okay, that's good. Let's paint. Let's do red additive on those. Kind of don't want anything on that. Okay, I wanted to do the roof here. Cherry's going to screw me up here, so I'm going to move the cherry. Actually, no, cherry's fine where it is. Where's the cherry sitting? Right there. Cherry's fine. Let's go ahead and delete out 1, 2, 3, 4. Right like that. And then I want wedge blocks. What color did I have? This color? See, that's right over my head, so it's probably go the other way. Yeah. The thing is, I could put a cherry there and I could put my monitor here. So let's go ahead and move the cherry. So what I'm going to do is kind of make this roof a little bit more interesting here. If I can find the frickin' cherry. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, I'm going to take the cherry. I'm going to cut the cherry and push it forward 1. And let's just get this color here. This will be quicker and easier, I think. And this will kind of square out the front a little bit more. I think that will look. Come on, merge that. Let's paint. I have additive paint on there, so let's me black paint, please. Thank you. I'm trying to get this so that I don't, that my head's not kind of glitching through the roof. And then do a, I want a backup camera, so I want a monitor here. Okay. Could actually, I don't know if I can put panels there now that I have this done like that, but okay, let's get in there. I want to see if my head's glitching through the roof. If not, I can XML edit a block to fix that. So, okay, so see now my head doesn't glitch through the roof. And then I have a monitor for backing up, so I just look up as I back up. These should be flipped vertically. I don't know, I can see them. That's fine. I'm not. Do I want to come back a little in my seat? I don't know. Might move my seat back one, I'm not sure. What happens if I delete this out here? Nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and slide my seat back one. Feels a little bit cramped. Not bad, but just a hair cramped. So let's go like that. Give me an excuse to... actually, I don't need to widen those mirrors any, but... can I put this in that headliner and not have it hit these? Nope. Okay, didn't think so. Did not think so. Let's put it there. Kind of like feeling a little cramped sometimes, but not always. Sometimes it's a pain. So let's see how I feel about this. Yeah, if I don't like it, I can slide the seat back forward. All right. Let's jump in the new seat. Yeah, this feels better. Still not going through the roof. I could almost put a, you know, in like the excavator, you want glass roof so you can look out at your bucket. You don't want it in this because you need protection from if a rock falls on top of you. So might just do black dash across the top, I think is what I'm going to do. So I can read my RPM and my engine temp. I can operate my spots through the steering wheel. Yeah, I've got all that counted for, so that's good. A little bit of paint here. Black out the dash a little bit more. All right, that's good there. So this is looking well, looking really good. Staircases are going to go blacked out. This, I think, here should probably be blacked out in there. Yep, that's right. And then there we go. That looks good there. All right, that looks good. I like that. And that. Do dot. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That lines that up a little bit better. Okay. Do I black out the wheel wells altogether? I don't think so. I think that's excessive. I think it is excessive. This can go to a black block though. A lot of stuff you'll never see. Of course I didn't put symmetry on. A lot of asymmetry in this build, so I just haven't been bothering. And I'm going to have to go in a minute, so we'll finish up the stream here in a sec. Appreciate everybody watching. There we go, that goes there, and then this can go by. That can go like that. I don't necessarily want to do... Okay, come on, what are you doing here, guy? What is this? Oh, that hasn't been merged yet. Okay. Paint, please. Thank you. Really not meaning to bucket a lot of the stuff. It gets dangerous bucketing all this stuff. And then I think this is going to be stay yellow here, here, and here. Yeah. So that's looking pretty good. This is, you know, kind of my goal lately is to get things to 90%. It is liquid cooled. I don't know if it is liquid cooled. It was liquid cooled. It's going to be liquid cooled again. You see it's all plumbed up. I just yanked the radiator. So radiator is going to sit right here in front. It will be liquid cooled though. It shouldn't need that much cooling. You know, let's kind of take it for a quick little test. So, you know, I'll kind of show you like it's normal driving, what it's gonna be doing. Did I put a window in there? I didn't. Okay, so like, let's see. Yeah, so as far as cooling, something like this shouldn't need a ton of cooling, and this is what it's gonna be doing. So we're rolling. Start upshifting here. The other thing too is a lot of people let me kind of show you this really quick. Then I have to go. A lot of people need a ton of cooling with land vehicles because they're running at insane RPS. Now the game doesn't do realistic RPS correctly. For example, like say like my Mac Pinnacle, it should be operating range is between 1,000 and 1,600. When I'm driving my truck at work, I don't go more than about 1,600. If I'm really giving it the beans on the ramp or something, I might go 1,800. That's it. And so you can't really go that high in game because you will, you know, if you convert it over to RPS, it's way too high. So like stuff like this, I run it around. Let me see where I have this maxed out. This has a pretty low max, so let me see where it is. Right here. That's my maximum is 10 RPS. So I've got my engine limited to 10 RPS. The highest this engine will go is 10 RPS. And because it's only going to 10 RPS, I'm going to have zero cooling problems. And then if you look in here, that's how many gearboxes I have setting up. I have 11 gears. The other thing is everybody and their mother in Stormworks wants to go 50 miles an hour everywhere they go. This thing probably does 10 miles an hour IRL. Maybe it does 20 miles an hour IRL. So everybody wants to go super fast, and then they have cooling problems because they're running really high. Look at this is my RPM. It's going to cap out under 9.5 RPM. So I'm going to be producing very little heat. And so because I'm producing so little heat, I really don't have to, you know, I don't really have to worry about cooling. You'll see people who build quote-unquote trucks in the workshop, and they're spinning their tires, and they're revving up to 40 RPS, and they're, you know, and they're, you know, jumping and doing all this weird stuff. You know, this is how a truck works IRL. So here, this goes faster than the real one will go. I'm shifting through the gears here. As you can see, I took the gear indicator out, but I have 11 gears here that I'm working through. but I will never go over 9.3 RPS in this. So right here, I'm pegged for a while here. I'm at max throttle, and the likelihood that I overheat is incredibly small. And the other thing too is, you know, and that's, I'm in first gear here. Let me do this really quick before I have to go. I took out my gear indicator. Now I'm not checking my gears, but let's go ahead and let's do gear indicator. So usually, like if I have a truck, I want to get the RPMs to look correct. So what I'll do is I'll fake it by putting in just a conversion factor. So if it's like, if I'm running at 50% or 40% of IRL numbers, I'll just do F times, you know, whatever it is, double it or whatever it needs to be. All right, so we're in first gear. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key. So there's 2. So let's go all the way up to 11th gear. So you see, now we're going up, back up to, you see, now we're capped in 11th gear. I'm only running about 8.4. This is going a lot faster than it would IRL. But this is one thing with, you know, boats can be difficult to cool because you're at full throttle all day long. With something like this, I'm not at full throttle all day long. I'm at full throttle, and then as I come up to this turn, I'm lifting. So now you notice it's going down. And then I'm going full throttle again, so it's giving it a chance to cool, where with a boat, you're not ever giving it a chance to cool. You're continually leaving it at full throttle. So that's one reason why boats can be a little bit more challenging to cool sometimes, but you can always go to raw water cooling and fix that. So like right here, I need to downshift like a madman to get this up the hill. I might have already screwed myself here. Yeah, I didn't carry no momentum. This is heavy. This has a lot of coal in it. Just get off center a little bit here, and I should be fine to get up. Now, where am I at here? I'm in first here. These are XML grip tires too, so I need to get a little bit of a run for this hill. Let me back it up and get a run on this hill. But that's kind of the cooling issues a lot of people have, are running at too high of an RPS. You get that RPS down. This literally has no cooling manifold in here at all. This literally has no cooling, and I don't think I have engine overheating's on, and I haven't overheated yet. Let me roll this down the hill, and this was designed to go through the tunnel, so I never even bothered testing it on this hill. See if I can't get up this hill. This hill is tough. You often need to XML edit the grip to get it going. The other thing too that Stormworks is weird is Stormworks likes a higher gear to go up a hill, which is, I hit friggin' hell. I hit reverse there. That's not gonna do what I'm looking for. Hit and reverse. Okay, let's go into forward gear here. So you actually kind of like do better going up a hill by smashing through. So one system I usually add to my trucks, especially like something heavy like this, is let me just bring it back to the workbench for now. One thing I'll add to my trucks like this is I will add a tilt sensor, and so when it goes up a hill, it changes that, it uncaps the RPM and lets you get more RPM to go up the hill. So yeah, as I was saying, 9.5 is pretty high already. Yeah, it's pretty high, but again, like I said, you know, you're not running at this RPM the whole time. It's, you know, kind of a low RPM. Let me bring this back. I'll do one quick thing, and then I have to really go. So like my Pinnacles has a 10 speed in there. Where can I jam this in? Get rid of symmetry. So I think this is capped out at 9.5 as well. It's gonna be kind of hard for you guys to watch it. Well, let me go infinite electricity on, because I didn't bother hooking that up. So like this has a 10-speed transmission. This behaves like a truck should behave. So you know, it will spin a wheel in 9th gear, but that's just some sort of game issue. So like, so right now I'm in first gear. I'm at full throttle. I'm running about the same because, you know, I think I use similar controllers. It's about 9.5. As I walk through the gears, so I'm walking through my gears here. So this should probably drag that thing right up the hill, no problem, on a trailer. So like right now, I'm going, where am I at? 41 miles an hour. So I'm off the throttle altogether. I'm not on the throttle at all. So you see, we're down to we're going down to 4. Now I'm going to downshift a bunch, get my tack going. So I do my tack at work like all by view. And so I'm keeping my tack pegged at this digit right here. So that's 1400. That's where I would be IRL. And so you notice how, you know, that keeps your RPMs down. Now, like I'm lifting, I'm barely on the throttle. So I'm like tapping the throttle, off the throttle, tapping the throttle, off the throttle. And so now I'm down to 6. So, you know, if you average what my actual RPM is, it's pretty low. And then I'm not going to have time to go all the way out to the street, but hello, Li Zhang. And so then, you know, if I was on the highway there, I'd be capped out. But my final drive gear is a 1-to-1 ratio. So, you know, I'm going 70. I'm not going for that long. So we'll see how the cooling ends up with my land vehicles. I'm more concerned about ships with this. One thing I wish they would do is if they just doubled cooling efficiency, we'd be in good shape. That's all they have to do is double the cooling efficiency. I tend to find that, like, you know, if they double most numbers in this game, you actually get pretty reasonable. Like, if I put a tire grip on, I think these tires are XML grip to 2. It works perfectly. It goes right up the hill, no problem. I can pull a trailer probably with that guy in the back. Maybe not loaded with coal, but I can pull that up the hill, no problem, with tires gripped to 2. Those tires are gripped to 5 on that mining truck. I'm going to release a video, maybe, I don't have time to do it before I leave, but I'll release a video later today. It shows me, I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of it. I'll just tell you what it's going to be. But it is me loading the excavator onto Triton and using the low loader trailer to bring it over there. So like right here, kind of show you, I have a gear indicator. I don't do that IRL. So this is weird. This is a weird thing of the game. My transmission, the Eaton Fuller I built for this, is within 0.02 of the gear ratios IRL, and it works perfectly, except 9th gear. I'm in 8th. See how I go into 9th and it screeches the tires? That's the only time this thing will screech tires, because it's geared properly. And then, so I'm doing 61. Let's go to 10th gear. So I'm doing, you know, 75 at 9.3. So, you know, you could have heating issues, but I'm doing 75 miles an hour. I'm going to run out of road before I ever get any sort of appreciable heat on this. So where's my temp? Transmission temp, engine temp, 32 degrees. If you look at the engine temp, it's not climbing at all. See nothing. It's not going up at all. And I don't think that's faked. I think that's real. Yeah, this one's real. Like, transmission temp's faked. I put in a small percentage change off of the engine temp, I think. Exhaust temperature, again, I just did a function with a little bit of a difference for exhaust temperature. Oil pressure's faked, but engine temperature's real. You notice what I gained, 0.01. And I'm going 75 miles an hour. There's another 0.01. You know, so I'm going to be at Spy Cakes before I, you know, it would take me a month to get this thing overheated. And I haven't lifted at all. I've had W pressed to the floor, but we're going 76 miles an hour, so the likelihood that it takes me long enough to burn this motor up is going to be very, like, see, there we go, gained another 0.01, so, you know, a lot of it is gearing the engine, getting the RPS down. You know, 9.5 I find is pretty reasonable if you're not floored all day long, but even this, this is running, I think, a 5x5 liquid, which is what you'd have, you know, this one, let me open the hood here. Slam the brakes. Okay. Let's get out and open the hood, and then I have to go. Alright. Yeah, this has a single, what was it? Is that a 5x5? Yeah, 5x5 radiator. This is the proper size for this truck. You know, I open my hood IRL. If you look at, I'll post the video in the chat. I have me IRL going into my Mac Pinnacles engine, and you can see the radiator. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll post it in the chat. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Looking for mobile. Mobile sorts the stuff differently than mobile sorts the stuff differently than online. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here in chat is the that's the short of my Mac Pinnacle. I'll bring it up here so you guys can see it, so you don't have to open the link. Can you see it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's the Mac MP8 engine.
Looking at the engine of the tractor that I drive, there's a Mac.
And if we look, hopefully I zoom out here a second. So right there on your left, I screwed up. Where are we at here? So right there on the left, you'll see right here on the left, that's the radiator. So the radiator is this big. So the radiator goes from here. It actually goes a little bit low, all the way up to here. That's the bottle for the radiator. Radiator goes from about here to here. And so if you look in game, so that's a properly sized radiator for this engine, and you know, I have zero cooling issues with it, but you got to get that RPS down. All right, I appreciate you guys watching. I have to go. You know, I'll at some point I'll do a little bit of a tutorial on cooling, maybe if you guys would like it. You know, a big part is like I see people who have cooling issues, and it's just like a huge, like you hear the engines and they're screaming, and you're like 35 RPS, and you're like, that's why you have an issue. This is faked to show 1400 RPM. Let me do that really quick. So 1400 divided by 60, 23. So 23 RPS would be the realistic. That would be the realistic RPS for this engine. I've capped it at 9.5 pretty much. It's capped at 10, but it never goes up that high because of the resistance. But you know, if you average what I'm running when I took that trip, you're probably talking, let's say 8. So that whole trip, at most, I was averaging 8 RPS the whole way there, you know, and so that's all gearing. And so I really have to go here, but I'm going to do this one thing really quick because dinner's always late anyways. At some point, I'll release the Eaton Fuller. It's just me having to button it up. But so where is it? Eaton. So this is the transmission that I have in this truck and a bunch of my trucks. This is what I drive IRL, is the Eaton Fuller 10-speed. And so the way it works is, IRL is you essentially have two gearboxes. You have a low gearbox and you have a high gearbox. And so when you go through gears 1 through 5, you're in your low gearbox. And so you actually have two reverse speeds because you have low reverse and high reverse. And so the power comes out of the engine, and then it goes through this set of gearing. And then I have a little button on my shifter, and I flip the button, and what it does is it causes the gear set to flip over to here. And so now it's connecting to these gears, and so that's how you do it. And then it goes through clutches to simulate flipping the bale over. I'll release this at some point, and you can just plug it into a truck. But you know, again, gearing is how you get efficiencies and how you get more torque and how you get all this stuff. And you know, like if you had standard, if you put it like on most people's engines in one of the trucks and you XML edited the grip on those tires, the truck would stop because it has too much resistance. So you need really low gearing. And like I look at some people have talked about how they gear their trucks, and they've shown me their numbers, and they're all essentially high geared, and so if you don't low gear the truck, you're never going to get it up some of these hills with heavy loads. But appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you later. I might be streaming again tonight. My videos are done for the week, and I can't really do too much more in videos because I want all the videos to be from the new DLC. So hope you guys are excited for the DLC. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.